dodgy GRP. That there, my friends, is gaffer tape. Also behind there. That's not stuck. It's not stuck. No fiber. They're just flooded with resin. Bad. And that you can see the movement underneath. That's not stuck. So a good sand down, and the same story over there, and put more stuff on. So it will be good key on, sand down, more matting, more resin, and then finish it in gel coat a bit further up as well. One of the reasons they failed is because they used pre-formed internal corner here with pre-formed upstand, and they taped them up together with gaffer tape to keep them in place during work, and then they just put really small joining strips over it, whilst really they should have covered the whole thing with matting, and they should really, because that internal corner, it's really smooth, it's like a glass, they should key that up as well. I usually don't like to use pre-made corners like that, because they require more work than actually doing it directly with matting. You have to put matting over it anyway, so there's no point for wasting time and money on that. But hey ho, some people do, and it keeps me busy. It's going to be quite a difficult area to grind. I'm going to remove this guard. It's going to be easier. Got various coarse sanding disc, floppy discs, bits, and yeah, as long as I prepare this corner, I can proceed and apply a new layer. Right, this is the mid joint. Again, gaffer tape. See all the way there, and resin without much of matting. Yeah. And that crack goes all the way down to the deck. That's where it leaked. Because that silver there underneath, that's gaffer tape. They literally gaffer tape the joints and then just stuck on with a resin without much matting over the gaffer tape. Of course it's gonna cut. Just one more corner here. I do apologize for muffled sound. I'm wearing the mask because I'm grinding. So same thing here, so I'm gonna grind this down and sort this section out. Right, as we can see here, it's not bonded, very bad bonding. Very bad. So I'm going to cut matting. It goes slightly less than what I ground. We're going to apply there with a clear coat, and then we're going to top coat and go up to the edge of ground down material. The matting I'm using, it's 600 grams per square meter. I just tone the matting into size and shape. Always prefer to tear it up rather than cut it, because you get much nicer edge. Then we take our resin, we wet the surface well with resin, and then bed our matting onto it. And then get more resin and just work it in, wet that matting, keep it back from the ground edges, because we don't want to spread it further than what we prepared. If you want to go further, then you should really grind further. And then it's just a bit of brush work. You can see how is that consolidating nicely. I prefer, obviously, when you're doing a roof, you mix it up with a puddle and larger quantities. What I'm doing here is just a little patch repair, so I just mixed it up with a brush, so I don't make lots of equipment dirty. Makes cleaning up easier as well. And just make sure you consolidate everything. You don't want any stray hairs, because you'll have to grind them down or sand them down. Work it all in, make sure there are no air bubbles. You don't have to flood too much resin. On 600 gram matting you will need about just under 2 kilograms of resin per square meter. And little patches like this, it's hard to judge that, but if you're doing that more often, you'll get feel for it, because strength comes from matting, and resin is just the weathering part of the matting itself. If you just use resin without matting, it's gonna crack and craze. Right, one patch done. Gonna do that one and the one in the corner there. And ta-da! That's done. And that's done. And that's done. About half an hour, 40 minutes later, it has dried. It's got a bit of like a slimy feel to the surface, but that's just drying enough. So I'm just sweeping up now, clear up and get ready for a bit of pre-sanding and then top coating. This is how it looks like when you get leftovers. Very satisfying to peel off the bucket. Right, let's clear up. Sorry. And now a bit of gel coat. Now, what many people do mistake is they use gel coat as a paint. You don't paint it on. This is the main protection weathering detail for the base coat. So you have to put it on about 600 grams per square meter. On all prepared surfaces. Don't go any further, because me painting this roof now, it's only gonna make it peel. It's not going to stick. It sticks initially and you think, oh yeah, that looks great, the roof looks new, but that's about it. It just looks new. Give it a couple expansion and contraction through heat and it will all just peel off. So just do prepared surfaces, don't go any further. You can't just roll it and blend it in with rest by just going further and further. It does not work that way. I know it's going to be visible patch repair, but it is what it is. It will blend eventually. There we go. And there you go, another job done, another fiberglass repair. Ta-da!